there, that's me in Arrochar. Well, I'm actually in Succoth. I dropped the car off at a wee spot. If you're quite discreet, you can park in that area for free. The Arrochar car park's a bit expensive. I haven't really paid for that for a number of years. But that's me walking through the trees on the forestry track, as you'll see here. Just doing a brisk walk to get started. This is me doing a training run slash Fastpack for the upcoming West Highland Way Fastpack. I'm hoping to do it in the next few weeks. So I'll maybe explain a wee bit more about that as the day goes on. But hoping to take in a couple of the Munros in the area, possibly Narnain, Eam. Hoping to maybe drop down onto the other side, if you know the area, towards Ben Vane. Either taking that in or just joining the Glenloyne loop and then back to the car. No idea how far it is, but again, it's a training run. This is mainly to try out my pack. I'll show you that later. But it's a 30 litre and it's to be a multi-day pack, so I don't really have the expensive ultralight gear, but I just try and go minimal and make that my way to get my pack lighter. So I've loaded it up, got about 7.5 kg in it, so everything I might need for a kind of 2 or 3 day camping expedition with my food and water, stove, sleeping stuff and all the rest of it. So that's all in my bag. So today's about getting the training in, but also testing this pack to see. I hope it's going to be a suitable pack for fast packing. It's not designed for it. I've only made one modification. You'll see here, putting a wee extra strap. Most of the running vests you have got 2 or 3 straps across the chest and waist. That being so the back hugs you a bit better, less movement as you run or jog. So we'll see if that works. Anyway, starting to get out of breath because it's getting steep. So first stop is the path up towards Ben Narnain. I'll show you the wee cut off when I get there. Anyway, I'm not going to start running yet, it's too steep here, so just walk briskly on the uphill sections and jog the flat bits. For now, that's me just at the part where you cut up for Narnain. This is a wee narrow path which brings you up from the Arrochar car park. It's easy to miss this. There's no cairn, what have you, but it's basically just this bit here. You can see the path kind of disappearing out the trees. It's not one you would obviously kind of turn to. You think, nah, that's not the path. Anyway, that is the path. So if you're heading up Narnain straight up the front, this is the way you go. This way, straight on, takes you up towards the other path, the main one that takes you right between the cobbler and Narnain itself. But if you're going up Narnain for the front, this is where you're going here. There we have it, that's me out the tree line. You can just see Arrochar down there. Going up the front here, as you can see, that's in the cloud. It's not going to bother me today. I know this area quite well. Living in Glasgow, the Arrochar Alps are my kind of go-to for a wee day out. Normally I would be more apprehensive and be careful if I'm heading into the clouds or whatever. I try not to actually avoid the mountains and the clag. I don't enjoy it. The reason I do the hills is to get to the top and look about and see the views, etc. But we're out here today, so we're going to just keep going. It kind of levels out slightly, but Narnain is one of those hills with all the false peaks if you come at it from the front anyway. Do a bit more footage when I'm a bit further up at the kind of craggy bit. This is the craggy section, obviously well and truly in the clag just now, but it's not too difficult. You do just take your time. Bit of loose rock, but nothing too technical. But if you're new to it, then it seems a wee bit daunting. Normally the views are actually quite good here, but that's what you're getting today. I'm at the top of Ben Narnain, so that was 1 hour 42 minutes from the car. Not too bad. It's not really about the time for me today, it's about kind of just getting the miles in, getting the elevation in and testing out this pack for trying to move a bit quicker. So far it's actually doing okay. So maybe a couple of minor adjustments. I can get it to just hug my back a wee bit more. One of the downsides of a running pack is you don't get the airspace behind you. If you've ever had to use one, you really need it to hug your back. So I do like the airspace behind the back on normal kind of walking days. However, this is what we have to deal with if you're wanting to move a bit quicker, so it doesn't jiggle about as much. One of the best ways to train for, I would say, long distance running, fast packing, whatever you want to call it, is Munro climbing. I think the elevation is what gets a lot of people, you know, switching from flat land running, flat trails, whatever, to taking in the elevation. So Munro climbing is a great way to combat that or to train for it. And if you happen to like Munros, then it's even better. Going down from Narnain now, nearly back down at the main path. So you can see behind me the cobbler, it's just about clear. Still a wee bit of rain about, nothing too bad to get me concerned. Got the rain cover on the bag anyway. So yeah, so my plan is, this is a training day for me. I'm hoping to do the West Highland Way fast packing 3-day adventure sometime at the end of August. So this is a training day, getting used to the pack, covering the distance and making sure that the elevation isn't going to be a problem. I do a lot of Munro climbing, so the elevation for me is usually okay. I quite enjoy the climbing aspect of it, so it's about getting used to carrying a kind of heavier pack. So it's not quite a, if you were running it, you wouldn't take a big pack for overnight stuff. So fast packing, what you're supposed to do is you've got all your own kit, tent, sleeping bag, all your sleeping kit, all your cooking kit, self-sufficient over multi-day treks or runs. So fast packing is a kind of mix between trail running and just backpacking, I suppose. So I'm hoping to do the West Highland Way in 3 days with all my kit. So I've got all my kit in my bag today. The only thing I don't have is my tent. I didn't put it in, but I put in a couple of other things just to make up the weight of it. So that's the plan anyway. Bag weighs about 7.5 kilos, as I might have said earlier on. So that'll be my target weight. That's including my food and water. So I've only got a litre of water, but you don't really need a lot in this kind of weather. But you do have to be careful on the West Highland Way, I suppose, because people come down with stomach bugs all the time, because the water's not as clean as it used to be because of people, I suppose, their habits around water sources and also animals around water sources. So West Highland Way, be very careful with water you're drinking. There's plenty of places to actually buy water or top up at taps. I've not really done much running today because it's all these steps and I'm trotting down them, I would say. Trotting. I don't like running on stuff like this because you get the odd loose or slippy one. Here we are back on the main path. It's us, and there's a cobbler behind me, if you know this bit. So where I'm going just now is up there into the clouds. Again, not too worried about it. Ben Eam is fairly straightforward, straight up and down if you have to, although I'm going to look to try and drop down off the back or the side into the Glen Loyne area. Down that way you'll see the Rest and Be Thankful. You can sometimes get a good view down that way as well, but get a wee jog on here. Definitely think the pack should be okay. It's not bouncing about too much. My poles are a bit jingly, but I can tighten them up when I have to. This is Arrochar's very own hidden valley. It's a bit of a mission to find. if you don't know kind of this area too well. But if you're joining, say, Ben Vane, which is there, to Benim, which is up there, then you'll pass right by this. But I would say that it's mostly pathless. This area, this route is mostly pathless, so you're having to just kind of navigate through along wee kind of mountain streams and wee craggy bits. So, but this is it here. It's actually quite nice. The river kind of snakes its way through, goes over that wee plateau at the end, drops down. There's a nice wee pool down there, and it joins a forestry track down there, and that's the kind of tail end of Ben Narnain over there, and the Glen Loyne Loop skirts round the top end of those trees over there. So I stopped and had my coffee there, and the tops haven't really cleared. I don't think it's going to clear. I've done enough elevation, I can't really be bothered going up Ben Vane. It seems like too much like hard work at this stage in the game. So I'm going to just head out along the wee hidden valley. It's actually quite an enjoyable wee stroll this. I've done it a couple of times with my pal Davey when we came off the back of Ben Vane. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that today. I think physically I feel ready to do this fast packing of the West Highland Way 3 days. So you need to cover, to do it in 3 days, you're pretty much 33 miles a day, or 32 miles a day. So I'm aiming to try and get it done maybe 3 sections, so from Milgai to somewhere past Inversnaid at Loch Lomond side, and then from there, this is rubbish, I just need to get on the other side. From there, hopefully Rannoch Moor, and then on to the finish. So 3 days, 3 big sections. I feel physically ready to do it, to be honest with you. All I'm really doing now is making sure my kit's all proper for it. I don't really have, as I say, the kind of ultra light kit. So I'm going to try and go minimal, and that's one of the best ways, in fact, to lighten your load, is leave your stuff at home. So take less stuff with you, your bag will be lighter, save you a fortune. Right, I'm going to put this away so I can get jogging through this long grass. I mean, do not expect to have your feet staying dry walking through that area there. Honestly, you'd be as well walking through the river. It's quite marshy, very marshy. I mean, this is the first week in August, tail end of the summer, and it's still marshy. Nice though, but I would stick close to the river as you're walking, because every now and again you'll get to walk on this and it gives you a wee bit of reprieve, but you're honestly just as well walking straight through the river at this rate. My feet are soaked as it is, so I'm not even going to worry about it anymore. And we're just about that wee bit where it goes over the wee, what do you call it, plateau there. Inveruglis is down, follow that forest track, just keep going, it'll take you right down to, well, Loch Sloy will be on your left. You kind of keep going, you go right down to Inveruglis. So that's the path you would come up or down, depending on which way you're going. You get to the tree line and you cut up, but the path up, I think it was mainly on the left hand side. It's a fair distance. If you don't like walking on clumpy grass, forget about this one. It's really just clumpy grass the whole way. My feet are absolutely soaking, and the path itself, so you follow the river basically on the left hand side most of the way up, then you're cutting across. Once you get up to this point here, you're going right, and that takes you into the valley. So it is a fair distance up. It's probably actually longer and harder to get to than the hidden valley in Glencoe. So I'm going to actually go back this way. It's 3:30 now, so I'm running out of time. I need to get back to Glasgow, stuff like that. So I'm going to go this way, and I'm not sure how far it is back to the car. It's probably still another few miles. So we'll get going, and I'll measure it when I'm at the end, see how far it was altogether. So this is where the path cuts back down to continue on the Glen Loyne Loop. If you go this way, it does take you up, it does come to a dead end, just up to the top of that tree line. And see in the distance there, if you follow that I mean, it looks brutal from here because it's so steep, and it kind of is. I've came down it once, but if you follow that river up to the top there, I would say stay to the right hand side, that's the way I came down. Then that's the kind of Beelach between Ben Narnain and Ben Eam. But I'm going to go this way. Yeah, me myself, I'm a bit of a wanderer. I think it's good to explore places and just see where paths go. I'll see a path going off and I'll say one day I need to go and figure out where that goes, and I'll just go for a wander. I think it's good to familiarise yourself with the area where you live. I mean, I'm not far from here in Glasgow. I know the Loch Lomond area pretty well. I know the West Highland Way pretty well. I was expecting more water in this, to be honest with you. There must be a wee diversion somewhere as well. I know that I'm getting to know the Arrochar area a bit better as well, just because I'm out kind of checking out and going for a wander. So if you're doing Munros, etc., if you're going to go back and do the same one, which I've done a few times because, like I say, I live in this area, then I usually try and choose a different route or different combination or what have you, just to keep it interesting. Still on the move. Check Strava there, so I'm currently at 11 miles. It's about 6 hours, just over 6 hours. That's taking in 2 Munros. So the bag itself, I'm quite happy with it. I don't think I need to make much adjustments to it, just a couple of wee tweaks. The main one being the top pouch is quite big. I've only got a couple of bits and bobs in it, and they're bouncing about all over the place, quite annoying when you're jogging. So I either need to have nothing in it, the top pouch that is, or something just a bit bulkier so it doesn't move about as much. So I'm thinking I might stuff my rain jacket in there, and that'll stop anything moving about. That's really what you're aiming for, just for comfort. I mean, it's not an issue, but it's just annoying when you're running. You can feel it and hear it moving about. Anyway, so I feel that I'm ready for this West Highland Way Fastpack. As I say, I came out here just for a different bit of scenery on the Glenloyne Loop. I would encourage you to come out here. A lot of variety of walking. You can do the loop without doing any Munros, without going up into the hidden valley. But these are just added extras if you fancy it. But it's a good forestry track, and they're currently taking a lot of the trees down further back, so it's well used just now. I've not seen any today, but I do know that mountain bikers use this bit quite a lot. So it's good for mountain bikers if you're into that kind of thing as well. So there we go. I'll update the distance when I get back to the car. I'm not really sure how far it is. I'm just about to hit a flat bit, so I'm going to start running again. And another couple of miles I think anyway. I'm nearly back at the car now. I'm going to walk the last few bit just to cool down. So I checked Strava again, so that's 13 miles all in from Succoth up over Ben Narnain, Ben Eam, over the back of Ben Eam, drop down into the hidden valley of Arrochar, drop back down onto the Glenloyne Loop and back to Succoth. So a couple of Munros, was it 6 hours and 40 minutes? And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Just an enjoyable day out, you know, not a lot of people, not everybody enjoys this kind of thing, but for some reason I do. So anyway, so that's me, just another training day for my upcoming West Highland Way Fastpacking adventure. So I think I might try one more long run before then, a full kind of 32 miler with the pack, and that's me. Just waiting for my son to catch up with me. He's currently training for it also. He's a wee bit behind me. His problem is he's big, he's 6'4", a gym, loves the gym and all the rest of it. So he's having to work on his cardio to get himself back fit again after bulking up. Anyway, so he's trying to catch up, getting himself ready for this wee adventure coming up. So we'll see how we get on. Still got a wee bit to go, but that's me done for today.